puzzled as to why President Xi Jinping is not going to turn up at the G20 Leaders Summit. It's an organisation, an institution that he seems to think is very important, and he's been at these summits many times in the past since he became leader more than a decade ago of China. Now, there was some suggestions this might be a way to snub India, the hosts of the G20, perhaps in reaction to the way that India has, in Chinese eyes, been cozying up to Taiwan, the renegade province, as Beijing sees it, and that it's unhappy about that. But one thing that seems to be emerging from Nikkei, the news organization in Japan, is saying that some sources are saying that during the summer, when the Communist Party, senior Communist Party officials have their annual get-together at a seaside resort, that some of the elders, as they're known, the retired politicians, the retired Communist Party officials who are in their 70s and 80s and so on, actually gave Xi Jinping a bit of a hard time, complaining about some of the ways that he was running China, and that by not going to the G20, then Xi Jinping would be able to avoid some loss of face. As I say, these are just sources that are being quoted by Nikkei. It's very difficult to find out what goes on really at the top of the Chinese Communist Party, at the most interior, the most secretive parts. So this is still speculation perhaps at the moment, but it is perhaps a plausible explanation as to why Mr. Xi won't be at the G20 next week. Andrew Wood, SABC News, Hong Kong.